Hello, my name is Sami Odushoga, and welcome to my podcast on the management of Pits football. Firstly, I will give a brief overview of who Pits are, what they do, and what their strategies and aims are. I will furthermore later suggest a few recommendations on how they can improve their organization as a whole. There are 10,000 children within the professional football academy system at any one time in England alone, and only 1% of those players make the grade. What happens to the vast majority of released and aspiring players uncertain of their next sporting or career step? Pitts Football is a performance hub for released and aspiring footballers. Players gain a holistic 360-degree service with video analysis, strength and conditioning, sports psychology, and UEFA coaching adopted as methods to emulate the excellence of leading professional academies. School services include school team coaching, one-to-one mentoring, supporting teachers in football, and refereeing school matches. Pitt's commitment to helping young athletes fight for their talents goes far beyond the on and off the field performance related disciplines. The main aim of Pitt's football is to offer a support system that surpasses the conventional agency player dynamic and stay congruent with the holistic offering they pride themselves on. And furthermore, to develop clients focusing on their career, financial, and personal growth. Based in London with plans to open multiple centres and 10 schools by the new year, they have direct access to young talented players from the ages of 11 to 18 years of age in the centre of a talent hub that many clubs look at as a recruitment pool for young players. The product creates the best environment outside a professional club to develop the holistic disciplines needed to gain a competitive edge in the industry. The main reason for targeting this particular age group is because professional football clubs are more inclined to take on more youth to develop them further in their own various ways of football. According to Anderson, Henriksen, and RCEF 2006, performance management is actively monitoring the organization's performance levels to continuously improve. Why is it important to use performance management? It allows the managers to firstly assess if the organization is reaching and achieving all its aims and goals. In Pitt's case, are helping players gain a holistic 360-degree service with video analysis, strength and conditioning, sports psychology, and UEFA coaching. Secondly, it is used to know where all finances are coming from to prevent any problems ultimately affecting the organization as a whole. This could be financial or any other internal problems. In addition, it is also used to monitor and improve organization's general performance so that the organization will only move forward and not backward. This now comes on to the main key factor of using performance management. It is used for highlighting where in the organization there is room for improvement and the urgency of these improvements. For example, improving coaching staff, getting new equipment, getting new facilities, etc. With expansion and the increase of participation probably being the hardest task to do because they will be competing with major brands that offer a service to a similar demographic to them, Pits have quickly come to the understanding how business partnerships will be mutually beneficial in the long run and have formed partnerships with other organizations such as Soccer Assist, Expo Academies, AIM Sports Psychology, and others. This ultimately leads to more funding to develop themselves as an organization and the young talented individual trying to get into the professional game. This now leads me on to the first level of how performance can be measured. Industry benchmarks. According to Camp 1989, benchmarking has been referred to as the search for industry's best practices that will lead to superior performance. The main types of benchmarking are considered to be internal benchmarking, which is looking for the best practices internally, i.e., multinational companies. Competitive benchmarking, which is comparing your organization to your direct competitors. Functional benchmarking, which is looking at specific functions with similar functions that are effectively the best in the group and focus on them more than the rest. And generic benchmarking, which is a process which extends across functional barriers and organizational sectors. Zari 1994 also considers benchmarking the ideal vehicle for ensuring that capability and sustainability are present all the time and that long-term together with short-term results are achieved. As for performance management and group measuring, this will measure how everyone who is working for the organization is doing a good job or not. For example, in each department, you need to consider how coaches perform. Do they need more staff, more equipment, or do they need more participants to run a session smoother? Or the program in general. Are participants enjoying the session? How sessions are being delivered? Are all clients getting all the info they need as athletes to give them the competitive edge they need? performance can also be measured individually. As for personal annual reviews, it is critical that division of equal equity and responsibilities run the organization so that the day-to-day management is done through the social and digital methods in order for the organization to run smoothly. Here are some recommendations. Cost. Price is a massive factor. With pits charging £50 a week for their services, they should think along the lines of using cost advantage to be the major selling point. They could do this by lowering the packages in comparison to their brands. They could use prices such as $89.99 for a 2-week performance program, as opposed to some competitors who charge £55 a week. This will allow them to create a strong foothold in the market and control it due to the holistic nature they offer for prices that are affordable for young players. With regards to adverts, they should look maybe towards investing in TV time in order to reach out to more people. Even though social media is the way forward, it can only get you so far. And finally, networking. With regards to organizations that are looking to join forces with them, they should try to secure partnerships with professional football clubs, and even semi-professional football clubs if possible. This will give them more value to their name, and potentially could lead to more funding. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my podcast on the management of Pits football. Here are my references.